こんにちは。9月26日、2時12分ですね。クスコに着きました。クスコですね。マチュピチュのあるとこです。ナスカからバスで15時間かな、14時間かな、夜の9時に出て今日の12時ぐらいに着きました。はい。なかなかバスは、快適で結構今まで乗ってたバスなんでちょっと w i f i は繋がらなかったけどスクリーンがあったりとか、180度まではいかないけど、160ぐらいいくんかな、150ぐらいいくんかなということで、何回か起きましたけど、寝れましたね。ということで、さっき着いてチェックインして、洋服洗濯をして、でご飯食べてないんでお腹減ったんですよね、お昼ご飯でもちょっとね、日程がタイトになってきたので、ここは4泊するんですけど、別にもっといてもいいんだけど、いてもしょうがないんでね、次に行かないと。とりあえず4泊で済ませたいなと。だからみんな言うには1週間半ぐらいステイした方がいいっていうのはみんなよく言うんで、マチュピチュはここからクスコから結構かかるんですよ。例えばツアー行くと頼むと、ワンデーのその日帰りツアーと朝の3時半に出て夜中に帰ってくるみたいな、そんぐらいのコースなんで、電車とバスを使って行かなきゃいけないんですよ。だから他にもいろいろアクティビティとかラフティングとかもできるし、あとレインボーマウンテンっていう山々が砂なのかな、なんかいろんな色になってるんですよ。黄色とか赤とか、そんな綺麗なところとか行けたりするんで、そこも1日がかりで行くようなところですね。ちょっとそこ行こうかなと思ってたけど、なんかそれだけ見てもなっていう感じなんで、そもそもマチュピチュの自体が、かなりこれがするんですよ。自力でツアーガイドとか頼まずに行くとしても結構かかるんですよね。下で聞いたらツアーガイドのやつで$200ぐらいかかる。だから2万円ぐらいですよね。2万2000円か。頼まなくても電車とバスと、それから入場料が高くて$45とか5000円ぐらいするんですよ。で学生証あるとなんか安くなるらしいんですけど、学生ではないので、なんでということで今ネットで安いのを調べようとしてるんですけど、おそらくツアー頼みますわ。で今下でツアーレスがあるんで、どうだかなと思います。で明日行きますね。朝の3時半に出ましょう。はい、空いてれば。ちょっとお金下ろさないとないな。朝の3時半ってどうしたらいいんだろう。今寝たらいいの？大体人って寝るの、人っていうか普通の一般成人男性が寝るのって多分11時12時とかじゃないですか。僕もそうなんですけど、3時半ってことは3時に起きないと用意できないでしょ。3時に起きるって何？ 3 時まで起きてればいいの？それとも3時まで寝てればいいの？どうしたらいいの？分からんけど、それは後で考えるとして、ということで多分次は朝の3時半ぐらいに会うと思います。空いてれば。はい、ということで See you。おはようございます。
月28日、朝の4時ですね。今日はね、3時半ぐらいに起きて、ちゃちゃっと用意して、これからマチュピチュの方に歩いていきたいと思います。で、ここからの行き方がバスと、歩きっていうのがあって、歩きだと1時間半だったかな、忘れた。で、バスだと、20分、30分ぐらいで行くそうですね。上り坂なんで、行きはバスで行く人が多いっていう風にブログとかで読みましたけど、一緒に来てるドイツ人の彼とはなんか歩きたいみたいで、歩いていこうということで、1時間半ぐらいなんでね、そんなにハードな感じではないんで、大丈夫でしょう。で、結局そのバスで行っても歩いて行っても、時間があまり変わらなくて、出る時間がバスだと4時20分にバス停という待ち合わせで、歩きだと4時に歩いて出るような感じですね。で、今回高いお金を払っているのでガイドさんがつくんですよね。で、昨日8時ぐらいに夜の8時ぐらいにブリーフィングというか打ち合わせがあって、で、一応そのバスで登ったところにバスで歩くなりバスなりのその遺跡のマチュピチュの入り口のところにガイドさんが待ってて、そこで2、3時間ぐらい、ガイドをしてくれると。で、英語ですね。午前だけなんでチケットが、午前いっぱい回って、帰ってくると。で、帰りは、帰りっていうか観光が終わったらあれがあるんですよ。温泉があるみたいなんですよ。で、僕知ってたんですけど、あれをなんだっけ、水着を忘れまして、でも借りれるみたいなんでね、あんまり人のやつを使いたくはないですけど、しゃあないなということで、それでドイツ人の彼はちゃんと持ってきてて行きたいって言ってたんで、一緒にそこに行こうかなというふうに思ってますね。それくらいですね。ちょっと朝眠いですね。観光しようとすると朝がこんだけ早くなると。で、向こうにクスコの方に帰るのが、金曜日の朝の1時半ぐらいなんですよね。で、そのままバタンキューでしょ。そのまま寝て、で、土曜日のまた朝3時半にレインボーマウンテンっていうところに行くんですよ。で、それもまた3時半起きなんで、ちょっと朝早起きが続きますけどね。ちょっと頑張っていきたいと思います。ということで、頑張って歩いていきましょう。またマチュピチュ頂上でお会いしましょう。See you! さあ、着きました。頂上ですね。一応こっから観光です。ガイドさんをまず探しますね。時間が6時8分なんで、ちょっと早めに着きましたね。ウィルソンだったかな、名前が確か。なかなか気持ちいいですね。すんごい汗かきましたけど。ということで、ガイドさんをちょっと探してみましょ
う。400 meters high. This is the rainforest. We call this area the cloud forest. We got heavy rain here. That's why the gables of the houses are very steep, because the heavy rain in this area. Can you see the stones sticking out from the gables? Those stones are in order to tie down the beams of the roof. These domestic buildings were rebuilt for you to have an idea how they used to be during those times. Inside, we don't have any more roof. If you take a look, please, back there on the mountain, we are on top. Can you see like a V mountain? Can you see two columns? This is the Sun Gate. The commercial Inca Trail, the one that starts in Olatetambo. 43 kilometers walking, the end of that trek is right in that point. If you want to go there later on, takes only 1 hour, one way to get there, for free. You only need time and power to get that spot. And this is the shortcut that takes you to the view. The view that you see most of the postcards is taken from the guard house. It's 10 minutes walking upstairs. This is for you to go later on in your free time. Because with the Machu Picchu ticket, you got 2 chances to get in and out. One with me. Let's gonna focus in the tour. And after, you will have free time for you to explore Machu Picchu by yourself and go up and take the classical picture. Okie dokie?
Yeah.
There is a rule here. Stop before you look. I want you to take care of your steps. There are 3,200 steps in Machu Picchu. Don't walk and look at the same time. Stop, picture, then continue. Okie dokie? Please, let's take a shortcut. We continue this way.
Buenos días.わあ、すごい。うわあ、すごい。綺麗。絶景やなこれ。この辺はちゃんと舗装されてますね。ちょっと写真撮ろう。うわー、すごい綺麗。もうこのままビデオ垂れ流しでいいですね、これね。
When I mentioned that most of the Inca cities were built on top of the mountains, on top of the Rocky Mountains, why was that? Why not in the valleys? You know, to build on the valleys is easier. Why do you think was that? Do you mind if we do like a circle that everybody will be able to get information, please? I mean, if I stand here in the middle, maybe. Thank you. And then you can. Very good, excellent. Thank you so much. Why do you think they build the cities on top of the mountains? Any guess? Protection?
Not to get attacked by someone.
Okay, very good guess. Another guess?
Closer to the gods.
Cusco is even closer than Machu Picchu. To the gods, I mean. Because it's higher. Another guess? Because they need to leave the valleys for farming. Pisac and Ollantaytambo, cities built on top of the mountains, but very rich valleys down below. But in this case, we don't understand why. The city was built up here, but there is no valley nearby, and there is no valley down below. We don't grow anything there. So what was Machu Picchu? That is the question. And if you look around, all these mountains are rocky mountains. I mean, all this is granite. That means that there was no soil up here before, and there was no water up here before. They need to bring everything here. Pardon. But they were farmers, remember? They were farmers. How they could decide to build a city in such place? No soil, no water. They didn't take care about that. They decided to build Machu Picchu up here, and it was done. But of course they need soil, right? To farm and feed people living in this area. So they built these hundreds of terraces, and the rich soil have to be brought in. Guess from where? Indeed, the Sacred Valley, Ollantaytambo, and it's 40 miles away. And everything has to be made by manpower. Only that point is a mind-boggling for me, that thousands of people carrying enough soil to fill up all these hundreds of terraces in this area. See where the tree is? See that small square? See the height of the wall? The amount of soil that you need only for that small square. Just think of all these terraces in this area, including the one that we will see later on inside, around, and the tip top of that mountain. And the water. There is an spring water that in winter dries out next to the sun gate. And from there to this place is 6 miles away. They build aqueducts and they got water running by the living accommodations. We want to see that later on. But why they need to do that? Why these people decided to build a city with such conditions? And if you see the size of the city, can you guess how many people were living here? Forget about the open areas, forget about the farming terraces, focus only in the living accommodations. How many people do you think were living here? How many?
10,000.
10,000? Not even in Aguascalientes town, which is bigger. Another guess? 1,000?
750.
Close enough, close enough. Not even 500. So what was really Machu Picchu? What is the meaning of this place? Why these people decided to build a city in such place that it could have taken at least 100 years to build it? Remember that the Incas, they were a huge empire but weak to spread out. I wanted to know that the greatest moment of the Incas was at 1400 with Pachacutec. Don't forget that name. Pachacutec was the greatest king, the greatest leader. And Pachacutec meant to build Machu Picchu, and there was a reason for that. There was a reason why Pachacutec wanted to have this in such place like this. Do you know when did the Incas started? Very late, after Christ. About 1100. The Aztecs in Mexico, they started at 1111. So we are 11 years older. And also want you to know that the Incas started conquering another kingdoms at 1400s. In less than 100 years, Pachacutec have conquered too much. That's why when Pizarro go to Peru, when Pizarro go to the city of Cusco, he found a huge empire, but weak to spread out. When the Inca decided to conquer one of those kingdoms, it was not done fighting. I mean, the Incas were no warriors. They have a very strong army, but just for intimidation, to show power. And most of the cases was done peaceful, and most of the cases food was the clue that the Inca had to conquer the other kingdoms. When the Inca was able to understand that one of those kingdoms were starving, the Inca used to send ambassadors to talk with the kings the Inca was trying to conquer. And they used to say, see, my Inca knows that your people are starving in this area, but see the amount of food, because the Inca used to send hundreds of people with hundreds of llamas carrying enough food for that kingdom. So you no longer be starving anymore. My Inca is also sending all these personal presents for you, because the Inca used to send many presents for the kings that he was trying to conquer. And they also said, my Inca also is inviting you to be part of his kingdom. If you accept that peaceful, nothing is going to happen to you. You will stay here as a king of a kingdom as always, your children as well in the future. My Inca will respect your culture. That means religion, language, customs, festivals, everything. But if you don't accept that, my Inca is coming anyhow, but he is coming with his army, and he will kill you, your family, your people, and he will destroy your culture, because you know my Inca is bigger than you are. So those people, they have a choice. They have to say yes or yes. But the way how the Inca conquered those kingdoms, it was a big mistake in their history, because the Inca was always respecting the life. He never killed other kings. But during those times, when the idea was to conquer a very well organized state, the best thing to be done to conquer that properly was cut the head of that state, destroy that culture, and introduce the culture. What the Spanish did in this area, but the Incas never did that. But so many kings from such huge empire the Inca have conquered, they all have to obey the Inca by force, because they were afraid of his power. But inside of them, they hate the Inca. That's why all these people were the best allies to the Spaniards to fight against the Inca. They support the Spaniards. We can never ever say that 200 Spaniards were the ones who had conquered this whole kingdom. Of course not. Not even with the guns that they brought. Not even with the horses they brought. And that happened also in Mexico. Thanks to the Toltecas and Totonacas, Cortés was able to beat Montezuma. Different kingdoms, that happened also here. But Pachacuta was very smart, as I was telling you, and long before the Spaniards arrived to Peru, he was able to understand about that hate of these people. And the Inca was trying to do something in order to make them forget that hate that they had inside against the Inca. Do you know what the Inca did during those times? Every time when he started talking with the kings that he had conquered, he said, "You will stay here as the king of the kingdom, but I want to have your mother and your father to my city of Cusco. I need them as my advisors." I don't think those were advisors though, but hostages. You know what the Inca did also? Actually, this was mentioned by the first Spaniards, this was mentioned by the chronicles, this was mentioned by the historians, and also was mentioned by John Hemming in his book, Monument of the Incas, that the children of the kings of the conquered kingdoms came to the city of Cusco as well. But why the children?
For education.
Indeed, to be given some special education, I would say indoctrination, right? In order to make these people forget that hate that they had inside against the Inca. But if all those children are coming from all over the empire, that means they need to have a very large school for all of them. But we don't think that the school was in the city of Cusco, because Cusco was a cosmopolitan city. Ambassadors and people from all those kingdoms were living in the city of Cusco as well. So if the children were there, they couldn't get bad influence in that education. In order not to get any negative influence at all, they were all brought here to Machu Picchu. So we think that Machu Picchu was a university. And that was mentioned also by John Hemming in his book, Monument of the Incas, that Pachacutec started building a university. Now, we will see Machu Picchu from that point of view, as a university, right? As we're going to see. And they need to build the university in such location, hidden by the nature, protected by the mountains and the river. Later on, you will see how this river goes all the way behind that mountain and is coming again to this side. We're going to visit the campus, the university, but first, remember that the Incas, they were farmers. They were farmers, remember? Do you know that the potato is native from Peru? Do you know the scientific name of the potato? Just a second. ¿No llegan? Bus 22. De allá. Sorry, was not my mommy. Solanum tuberosum. Solanum because the potato got the acid. The potato was not eatable at the beginning, but the great farmers, the Incas, were able to make the potato eatable, selecting breeding, hybridization, and now we go more than 3,000 varieties of potato.